What's going on, Danny Crew? It is Danny Drew, and we are back for another day of Catan. I get a lot of questions asked me about how do I record my content, what would I need to do to start becoming a YouTuber and posting my games, or just recording your games for your own analysis. Well, I want to show you exactly what I do in terms of producing these. Maybe not in all the little intricate details, but enough to get you up to speed. So, what you're going to need to download is OBS. So obsproject.com, you can go here and click, if you have a Mac, get that, Windows, download it. And then let's go into OBS. I want to show you what it looks like. And don't worry, there's a lot going on here, but typically you would have an empty scenes, like all this stuff would be empty with the exception of your mixer. So what you do want to do is make sure that if you have a mic setting here, make sure that your mic is connected. So if I go to properties, my microphone is connected here. So just make sure that whatever you're using is being registered. Let's go to settings real quick. You need to go to output and recording and make sure that you pick a folder where all your games will be stored. So if you record something, you'll know exactly where it's going to be and it doesn't just end up somewhere in your documents or your desktop. So definitely make that a priority. You should also see that if you are speaking, your mic is being registered here. So I'm getting some kind of levels. So that's kind of like the basic setup. Now, what we need to do is also create, if we go down to source here, click plus, and we want to go to window capture. Now, I have already things that I've established, but we're just going to colonist screen. So we'll make a new one. I'll show you exactly how I do it. Click OK. You can see here I have my colonist screen. If I move it all the way to the top, what happens is it takes priority in terms of my screen. So if I move it here, it should show the colonist screen. There we go. Perfect. Now, typically, I wouldn't have the OBS screen capture as well, this one right here, but I have to shoot a video. I have to share my screen. So don't worry. Typically, as soon as you activate your colonist screen here and then pick the right window, it should just show colonist like this. Cool. Now, what you could also do, let me just go back to OBS here, is you go to the plus icon and go to video capture. I've already enabled this so I can actually show my video, but this will also give you the option to do video. So as an example, let me delete this really quick. Oh man, video capture. I've already added this right here, and then boom, my face should have come up on the screen. And then you can kind of adjust that however you see fit. There you go. There you go. That's pretty much the setup as far as that. So when you want to record, you go down to here in the bottom right, you press record, make sure that it is recording this screen here. And now you've got OBS recording your colonist games. There are some things too. For instance, you can crop the top of the screen. So let me go back to OBS. You can see here, we've got these little things where you can adjust here. What you can do is you can hold Alt and press this, and you can like crop it as you see fit. So there's all sorts of things there. You'll notice like I don't have my Windows tabs and stuff in my gameplay. I just crop that out, make it really clean. Cool. So after I'm done recording my game, crushing the competition, I would press stop recording. Obviously, if I do that, it will stop this video, but generally I would press stop recording. I'll go to the folder, which we've designated it during the settings run. And then what I need to do is also download DaVinci Resolve. This is what I use. It is a free software, very simple to use, though it seems kind of complicated as far as video editing. Like the premise of it is pretty simple and it's free. So like, why not go for it, have fun with it, experiment with it. But if you already have a software, that is great. So what I would do, I would open up my DaVinci Resolve. So you should see here, this is like the start of the interface. I would go to import my media. Let's go pick a video here. Let's say something like this. So this was the game I just recorded, my folder. I'll drag it here. And now the clip is ready to be edited. The one thing I do want to mention really, really quickly for you, let me make sure something really quick. Let me turn off the video. So we should be back in DaVinci Resolve. If you go to keyboard customizations and then you type in split clip. So search here, split clip. Now, what I would do is I would recommend turning this keystroke into an S, and I'll show you exactly why. This is what I use to edit my videos. So make sure that your split clip function is S. Cool. Okay, so we go to the option here. Now, this would be the entire timeline of the game. See, I can go through the entire recording and all that fun stuff. Typically, what I'd recommend for you, if you want to post videos, you can get into all sorts of fancy editing. Realistically, I would say make sure you have a clear beginning of the game. Maybe you have an intro. You know, I do the what's going on. Make sure you have a clear beginning and have a clear end. And the rest in the middle is up to you and your level of effort and creativity you want to put into it. Clear beginning, clear end. That is going to be good for you. And then what I would also say is what you could do is the reason we have the S function is because, let me expand this for you so you can see my audio. This would be the audio. What I can do is I can cut it by pressing S. So I have a shortcut here. When I press S, it makes a big cut. So I don't have to manually go to options and cut. I can just press S. And then what happens is when you delete this, it throws everything to the front. So it makes editing actually really simple. Now, one thing I do is I will cut out dead space sometimes. So maybe I can take like a 35 to 40 minute gameplay and actually cut it down to maybe closer to 25 to 30 minutes by just cutting out little spaces within the gameplay. So as an example, so like see this space right here? This is just kind of nothing. What I can do is I can go here, S, click and delete. That's a cut. So this is 100% what I do in terms of the gameplays to kind of cut them down for you. I would say an average gameplay, I could easily have anywhere from 100 to 250 cuts, depending on the length and how aggressive I want to be. Honestly, for most of you though, don't worry about getting too aggressive on cuts. Clear beginning, clear end. Maybe clean up if there's some spots that are like really long and dead and silent, maybe cut them out. But honestly, you'll be fine without it. Now, what you would do after you have a completely finalized game here is go to the rocket ship on the right. Yeah, all the settings here. So Drew game, you can name it whatever you want. You can put it wherever the location, maybe put it a desktop or a folder. And then your format, MP4 is fine. And then from here, you should actually be able to export it out, and then you have a finalized video. The next step is you upload it, or you watch it, whatever you want to do. The last tool I would recommend to use is Canva. This is where I make all my thumbnails, so you can see I've got all sorts of fun stuff going on here. All the thumbnails that you see from my videos are made here, right? So tons of templates. They've got things for YouTubes and thumbnails. I mean, everything you can imagine. It's super inexpensive. I think it's like $5 a month, something like that. And I just have all the assets related to Colonist in here as well. So tons and tons of images that I've used over the last year creating this. I mean, you could just do something as simple as, you know, whatever. If you just want to have like, hey, gameplay number 1 and just have you can get rid of all this stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Game 1, Danny Drew. I have a little background here that I made with a board that I blurred out. Super simple, right? Like, don't overcomplicate this. You can throw some assets in here. Maybe throw in a card or two. Boom, got a weak card. So, I mean, thumbnails, I would say, honestly, for your first few videos, don't get too crazy with it. Like, keep it simple. We'll get a good twisted here. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There's your thumbnail. At least to start and, you know, to get the ball moving there. But, so the main 3 things is you're going to use OBS to record your games. Remember the settings. You'll use DaVinci Resolve or CapCut or whatever editing software that you have. And then maybe use something like Canva or some kind of graphics editor so that you can make some basic thumbnails to get the ball rolling there. That's all I got to say. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that got you in the spirit of potentially recording some of your games. Good luck to you. Enjoy it. And I'm excited to see some more Catan content coming to YouTube from some of you incredible, amazing people. Thank you so much, Danny Crew. Have a good one. Best of luck to you. Peace.